nor Based ROM Array. Row 1 input is high, and row 2, 3, and 4 inputs are low. When the row 1 input is high, the NMOS transistor corresponding to row 1 in column 1 and 3 will be turned on. Therefore, column 1 and column 3 outputs will be tied to low. Since row 2, 3, and 4 inputs are low, the NMOS transistor in column 2 and 4, corresponding to row 2, 3, and 4, will be turned off. Therefore, column 2 and column 4 outputs will be tied to VDD. Row 2 input is high, and row 1, 3, and 4 inputs are low. When the row 2 input is high, the NMOS transistor corresponding to row 2 in column 1 and 2 will be turned on. Therefore, column 1 and column 2 outputs will be tied to low. Since row 1, 3, and 4 inputs are low, the NMOS transistor in column 3 and 4 corresponding to row 1, 3, and 4 will be turned off. Therefore, column 3 and column 4 outputs will be tied to VDD. Row 3 input is high, and row 1, 2, and 4 inputs are low. When the row 3 input is high, the NMOS transistor corresponding to row 3 in column 2 and 3 will be turned on. Therefore, column 2 and column 3 outputs will be tied to low. Since row 1, 2, and 4 inputs are low, the NMOS transistor in column 1 and 4 corresponding to row 1, 2, and 4 will be turned off. Therefore, column 1 and column 4 outputs will be tied to VDD. Row 4 input is high, and row 1, 2, and 3 inputs are low. When the row 4 input is high, the NMOS transistor corresponding to row 4 in column 1 and 4 will be turned on. Therefore, column 1 and column 4 outputs will be tied to low. Since row 1, 2, and 3 inputs are low, the NMOS transistor in column 2 and 3 corresponding to row 1, 2, and 3 will be turned off. Therefore, column 2 and column 3 outputs will be tied to VDD. In other words, to determine the column outputs, we can first look at the row with high input, followed by checking the presence or absence of NMOS transistor in the columns corresponding to the row with high input. The column output will be low if the row input is high and NMOS transistor are present in the column. The column output will be high if the row input is high and NMOS transistor are absent in the column.